Hi, and welcome to The Assist.
Sure, assist pops.
No problem, that's what I do. That's what I do, son. Hi, and welcome to Rodney Cameron's Assist. Today we're going to talk about resilience. The reason I want to talk about this is because of an article written by Todd Spangler in September 18th issue of The Variety. The article was called, "Are YouTube's Algorithms Fueling Creator Burnout?" The premise is the new YouTube algorithms are favoring higher volume creators. And what that does is it puts pressure on people who make their living from YouTube to create, innovate, always make something that people want to watch, which is not a bad idea, but when you take it to a certain level, it can become stressful. Now in this article, he interviewed several large creators, people such as Michelle Phan, I'm reading this now, Alicia Marie, Ellie Mills, and Olivia Chavez. So what I would like to do with Rodney Cameron's Assist today is we're going to talk about resiliency. I'm going to give you 3 tips that you can use to help avoid creator burnout. Tip number 1, choose the right model. What I mean by that is if you use YouTube for a job, model it like a job. Most people, they go to work 9 to 5, 40 hours a week. Sometimes they work a little later, sometimes they get up a little earlier, but generally they have a 40-hour work week, sometimes between 40 to 60 even. If you're doing more than that, you're overstressing it, and you might need to take a break and kind of think about things. Again, if it's just a side hustle, model it like a side hustle. It could be something that you do maybe from 3 to 4 hours a day, maybe 1 to 2 hours a day. If it's a side hustle, it's not something that's your career. Don't treat it like it's a super career where you have to put all these hours into it. Otherwise, you're not keeping that balance in your life. If it's a startup, work it like it's a startup, but still take your breaks. And most startups, you're putting in major hours, 80 hours a week, sometimes even more, because that's what you're doing. That's your baby. YouTube can be your baby, but you have to take your breaks away from your baby if you can get some help. Babysitters or something. So if you're doing this as a startup and you're putting all this into it, you're going to need to take breaks probably a little more often. You're going to need to take some time to retrospect and think about how things are going in this startup as you're running. Now, it's funny that I said if you're working this like a startup, you need to take breaks, because that's the second tip for everybody. You have to take your breaks. And when you take a break, don't do YouTube. When you take a break, get away. That means no filming. That means no editing. Take a real break. Take some time to decompress and make sure you're in the moment. Spend some time with your family. I'm sure they've been missing you. My last tip is make sure you love what you do. Now, when you love what you do and you're not in love with the reaction you get for it, like from the likes and the thumbs up, if you really love what you do, it takes the stress away because you're not so worried about everybody else's opinion of it. A lot of the stress in YouTube comes from what do my users want to see? What do my users want to hear? What do they want me to do? If you're doing something you love for your channel, it doesn't matter, because you're going to put that out because it makes you feel good. If you can keep yourself satisfied, the rest of the world will be okay. I mean, this is YouTube, not TheyTube, right? And that was my third and final tip. Now, I guess when it's all said and done, the key thing is perspective. If you keep YouTube in perspective, it can be a healthy, fun thing to do. I like making videos. I like posting videos from time to time. I want to do a business on YouTube, but I have to keep everything in perspective. And by doing that, I'm going to make sure I avoid that creator burnout. You should too. Now please, if you like this video, if you appreciated any of the advice I was giving, please like and subscribe. There's going to be a lot more on Rodney Cameron's Assist. I'm going to be trying to assist in any way I can. We'll talk about tons of things. So stay tuned in. If you like and subscribe and hit that bell, the bell will let you know that, hey, I'm making a new video and it's time to tune in. So without further ado, you guys have a great day, and I'm out.